Shalom. First off, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakal Kadash, and also to my elders of the GMS who taught me this truth, and also to you, sincere Akim out there that's pushing this truth with diligence and sincerity. I just want to get into this breakdown of Genesis 19:1, and and it all correlates to what's going on. We're in June, and this is so-called Pride Month. And I just want to break down how the Lord is not dealing with pride, and He hates pride, and He's not dealing with these goddamn, alphabet people, whatever you want to call them, rainbow, whatever, and bring out the wickedness and of these people, whatever, and how the Lord is going to, destroy Babylon, just like He destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. So, Lord willing, hopefully this be edifying, and I'm just going. All right, this is Genesis 19:1. And there came two angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, Sodom, and Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. So the two angels, they came to see Lot. He let them in. He bowed down to them, showed them respect, and he let them in his home. Verse 2. And he said, Behold, now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, unto your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night. So, Lot came up, he just trying to get them, make them feel at home, wash their feet, make yourself feel at home, get something to eat, whatever, just relax. And then you can leave in the morning. So they said, Nay. All right. Verse 3, and he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered in his house, and he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. So, Lot fed them, and, showing them hospitality, and then, just taking care of them. Verse 4, but before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compressed the house round both old and young, all the people from every quarter. So they're out here looking for these angels, and basically they just going around about looking for old, young, whatever. They just they just out and about. Verse 5, and they called unto Lot, and they said unto him, Where are the men which came into thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. So the angels are looking for these men are looking for these angels. So, and when it says that we may know them, the angels wanted to get to know them sexually. They want to get with these angels and and commit a very nasty act. I should say. And it says verse 6, and Lot went out at the door unto them and shut the door after him. And verse 7, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not do so wickedly. Do not so wickedly. And, Lot was trying to plead with these men, saying, hey, listen, please don't. That's not the way to go. Like, that shit is off. Like, That's it's a sin. It's going off. Like, it's wicked. It's wicked. Please don't do so. He's trying to plead with these men and try to talk to them out of what they're, requesting. Verse 8, behold, now I have two daughters which I have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came die under the shadow of my roof. So hey, Lot was doing he's doing a courageous act. He's saying, hey, listen, please, consider my daughters instead. They haven't been not touched by no man enough, and they haven't dealt with no other man. So please, consider my daughters of you being with them, and you ain't gonna have that nowadays. A lot of nowadays, ain't no man gonna offer up his wife. Offer up his two daughters, to any man, to stop that man from committing the sin, Ain't too many men that's doing that, and that's what he's doing is very thoughtful, and it's like, hey, listen, I'd rather you not commit the sin and do wickedly, so I'll offer you my daughters, and they're virgins, so please take them, consider them, Verse 9, and they said, stand back. And they said, again, this one fellow came in to sojourn. Sojourn means to temporarily stay somewhere. And he will needs to be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them? And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. So when it says the men want to deal, he said, listen, we can either deal worse with you or we can deal worse with those men. So now these men are trying to bum rush, trying to get up in the house to get these angels, get to these angels. So verse 10, but the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door. So the angels put the men, pulled Lot back into the home and shut the door. Verse 11, and they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. So those angels blinded those men, small and great, whether it be, a mild blindness or I guess, a severe blindness, and he wearied them, meaning, he tired them out of, finding the door, So he put that, that curse on them. Verse 12. And the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law and thy sons and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. So the angels basically, giving his warning and saying, hey, listen, get your family, your daughters, sons-in-laws, whatever, get them out of here, out of this place, because, this place is going to say in the next verse. Verse 13, for we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord have sent us to destroy it. So the Lord gave specific duty to those angels to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah for all his wickedness and the acts and the vile acts and everything that they were doing. So the Lord is going to put a heavy judgment on Sodom and Gomorrah through these angels. All right. Verse 14, and Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. So Lot was basically giving warning to his sons-in-law, his daughters, and everybody to leave this place. And when it says mocked, we're not going, when it's that word mocked, and I'm going to the definition of that, it says mock, tease or laugh at in a scornful or contemptuous manner. So, Lot was in a scornful, contemptuous manner, warning them, just saying, hey, listen, please get out. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is about to be destroyed, And verse 15, and when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, arise, take thy wife and thy two daughters which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. So there's going to be a heavy judgment that's going to be on the city. So he's basically saying, listen, Lot, you got to go, get your family, whatever, get the hell up out of here. This place is about to be destroyed, Verse 16, and while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his two daughters, the Lord being merciful unto them, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. So they basically fleeing. Taking them. Hey, listen, we out. Boom, grab. Grab my hand, whatever. We out. We leaving. We fleeing from the city. Verse 17. And it came to pass when they had brought them forth abroad that he said, escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain, escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. So basically still the warning, get to the mountain, get out of there, get out of Sodom and Gomorrah, we about to destroy this place, get out. You know what I mean? Verse 18, and Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my Lord. Verse 19, behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast shewed unto me in saving my life, and I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die. So Lot already knew that the Lord is dealing with him through the Holy Spirit, and he's saving his family and him and his family to escape the judgment. And that's how Lot knew that the Lord was dealing with him, and was going to protect him by sending those angels to warn them. Okay, least and it says, "Least some evil take me, and I die." Verse 20. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. So same thing. Just trying to get the hell out of there. Just trying to make moves. Get the hell out of the Sodom and Gomorrah so they can be saved. Verse 21, and he said unto him, see, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow the city for which thou hast spoken. Verse 22, haste thee, escape thither. I can't. I'm screwing this up. Thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore, the name of the city was called Zorah. Verse 23. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zorah. So he entered into another city, with his family. Escaping Sodom and Gomorrah. So they already entered into the city of Zorah. Verse 24. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. So the Lord is in the process of destroying this place, Sodom and Gomorrah, through brimstone and fire from the sky. Verse 25, and he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground. So he destroyed those people, those wicked ass people, any animals, plants, trees, shit like that. Most High he got rid of it. He destroyed it. Because it was just a wicked ass land that those alphabet people were dwelling in. They defiled the land, so the Lord destroyed them and any inhabitants dwelling on that land. All right. Verse 26, but his wife looked back from behind him and she became a pillar of salt. So that, like we'll always say that, a lot of these women in the last days, Jacob's trouble and everything, when it pops off, a lot of these women are going to play Lot's wife, because they're going to be looking back on, it's symbolic because they're going to be looking back of all the, I guess, when shit was up in the society and they were doing well and things were going for them, and all the benefits and how it was so sweet for them, It's very symbolic to what's going on now, because when you think about it, a lot of these women, they're reaping the benefits of their men being at the bottom and being oppressed, and whether it be through child support, welfare, and just having their rights over men, being heads over their men, and and them making more money than the man, and them driving and just doing everything that they wanted to under the wickedness of Esau Edom, over their men. They got it made here right now through Esau Edom, because he used our women to destroy us, and put us at the bottom and place our women at the top. So basically, they destroyed the whole patriarchy of the man, woman, and wife. Man, woman, and children. The whole family tree. They destroyed the whole system of a unit, far as a man and a woman and his family. So this is why we have the results that we're getting right now. This is why we're dealing with what we're dealing right now here in Babylon. Currently. Verse 27, and Abraham got up early in the morning to and Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. Verse 28, and he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. That's right. That's what's going to happen to Babylon the Great when this place be destroyed by the Heavenly Father, by those thermonuclear missiles. That's how he's going to destroy this place. This place is just going to be up in smokes, and the Lord is going to make this place desolate. He's going to make it bare, you know. He's going to make it uninhabitable, you know, uninhabitable, you know, and because this is Sodom and Gomorrah all over again. This is Sodom and Egypt all over again, you know. Their philosophies, their way of life, and their this do what thou will spirit, and them coming against the Heavenly Father, you know, and Esau thinking he's God, and he's trying to overthrow or try to get rid of the word of the Holy Bible, you know what I mean? But the Heavenly Father, he reigns he's going to reign, reign supreme in everything that he does, you know. He's going to magnify his name through death and destruction and putting our enemies in subjection, you know. The Lord is going to be exalted, you know, by this whole world when everything is said and done, you know. Verse 29, and it came to pass when Yahweh destroyed the cities of the plain that Yahweh remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow when he overthrew the cities in which Lot dwelt. And I believe Lot was the nephew of Abraham, if I'm not mistaken. You know, Lot was the nephew of Abraham. So Abraham definitely has a big part, you know, in this you know, of Sodom and Gomorrah being destroyed. So, you know, and everything being taken down and righteousness being restored again, you know. Verse 30, and Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountain, and his 2 daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his 2 daughters. Verse 31. And the firstborn said unto the younger, our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the man of all the earth. So basically, when the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, he basically killed off the men and everything, you know, destroyed a lot of those men and women, everything, you know, that was doing the wickedness and everything. So, and they were worried about men, you know, coming into them and bearing with them children and things like that, and basically creating, you know, starting, you know, just keeping the lineage and you know, population of everything going again, you know, and they were worried about that. So in the next verse it says, verse 32, come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, and that we may preserve seed of our father. So basically, you know, they want to get their father drunk and nice and drunk, whatever, and lay down with their father so they can produce seed with their father, and basically continue that of repopulation again. You know, repopulating the earth and everything, and just replenishing everything back, you know, back like how it was. Verse 33, and they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Verse 34, and it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, behold, I lay yesterday night with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go down and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. So the second daughter is going to going unto her father, and you know, going to him, and they have sex, whatever, get him drunk, and then perceive a child, and so they can continue on the lineage. Verse 35, and they made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger arose and lay. Night also, and the younger rose and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she rose. So that means basically he don't know when she came in and when she left, you know, because he don't remember them because he was drunk. Verse 36, thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father. Verse 37, and the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day. Verse 38, and the younger, she also bare a son and called his name Benami. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto his name, unto this day. So basically, and when you think about it, we all know that, that was a form of, just ancestry, their daughters laying with their father. So basically, it created two nations, Moab and Ammon. And, that's the so-called, Moab is the so-called Chinese and Ammon is the so-called Japanese. And what that created is Mongoloism. So how the so-called Chinese have chinky eyes, whatever. That's a thing of Mongoloism, and like it's like a slight form of Down syndrome. That's why they have that unique look like that, And he basically created two nations out of that, from Lot, from his two daughters, So, and that's why they look the way they look, because of Mongoloism, which is a form of Down syndrome. Not, but it's like a form of Down syndrome, but they're not retarded or nothing like that. It's just they have a unique look to them, So, and that's that concludes the lesson, and I just hope this was edifying. And until next time, Shalom.